Hello, I am Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on your geographical space and your time zone. We are here again to discuss issue pertaining to the homeland, the environment, and the government of Professor Soludo of Anambra State, Nigeria. Anambra State, as you know, is in the eastern Nigeria and one of the A states. And it has as the governor or the person in the helm of affair, the erudite professor of former erudite professor of or the erudite professor of economics and former central bank governor of Nigeria, Professor Soludo, as the governor of this A-listed state in Nigeria, with a lot of important personalities in Nigeria, known for their doggedness in everything they do. So now the issue raging in the street is about how is he faring? How is he doing? Is he doing great? Is he doing all right? Is he succeeding? Or is he wasting space or wasting people's time? That's what we are going to discuss. And what will make him to be more successful, especially on the issue of urban regeneration, making the key cities of onitsha, awka, Nnewi, and Ekulobia to be livable and prosperous. That's what we're going to discuss today. I am the son of the wonderful. I am Kodili-nye. I hope you are having a wonderful time. For new subscribers, you're all welcome to this channel, where this channel is entertaining, is informative, and is educative. And we're here to give you what you should know. And on any topic we are doing, we are here to give you everything you can think about. Now, Soludo went on inspection of his projects in onitsha Metro, Fege stroke OP worker, and he met utter chaos, utter lawlessness, and he was fuming at the level of incompetence of his aides, the local authorities, the Onitsha South local government, and the urban regeneration team also. He was fuming that things are not what it should be. Remember, Soludo has to travel all the way from Awka to see what the local council chairman has not been able to settle, has not to solve, has not seen. And in spite that their local headquarter, the Onitsha South, is just a stone throw from where Soludo was standing, which means that they've been seeing all those things, but they remain adamant and they remain hesitant to do the right thing, to even effect change, or even to follow the direction of Soludo on a livable and a prosperous homeland, making the environment good. And they completely in a way ignored Soludo's move to change the great city of Onitsha and other cities. So now we are going to discuss, as we have been discussing in this channel, that the Soludo, the failure of Soludo will not be by Soludo, but by his surrogates, by his aides, by those local chairmen, whatever they call them, transitional chairmen. He has given the road, and the bureaucracy is just set up like this urban regeneration council, led by former commissioner of Anambra State on Environment, who did not actually perform woefully during his time as environmental commissioner. He might say that the governor in question then, Willie Obiano, was completely nonchalant in environmental matters. But that's not a reason for the failure, for the everywhere completely mess in the state. So now he's the chairman of the Urban Regeneration Council. And as things goes on, he has to shuttle from Awka to Onitsha, going right round. And you'll be asking yourself, why should somebody coming from Awka be looking at Onitsha, a great city like Onitsha? If you want to turn around Onitsha, you must have people that are there in Onitsha, people that are capable, somebody that will be in charge, who will be doing the job, who will actually go for those people breaking the law, who will enforce the necessary thing that need to be enforced for the people in the homeland to comply. Remember, our homeland need carrots and stick approach to get them doing the right thing, and they also need a shepherd who leads from the front, because if we are not doing that, what will happen basically is that they will basically ignore the directive and continue on their old ways. There is a saying in the homeland that said that arubafo obulo menana. Arubafo obulo menana. What that means is if old practices or evil practices or bad behavior, if you leave it to remain with you for some time, it becomes the custom, and it becomes the norm, and it becomes the new normal. So the new normal in the homeland is very dirty environment, getting the beans on the roads, dumping it everywhere, and basically living the mess of everything where, in the homeland, basically dumping rubbish, leaving trashes, putting the beans in the open drainage, because the government is not actually taking the waste, and because the government also encourage open drainage, and the open drainage is like a dumping place, and on the middle of the road you see loads of rubbish being dumped there, and this has constituted a big mess in the homeland and left the whole environment to look like a pig dump. So now the erudite professor of economics, Professor Soludo, who is the present governor of Anambra State, promised to revamp Anambra State, to turn Anambra or Onitsha into Dubai, Taiwan, African Dubai, Taiwan. The question now is that is he succeeding, or is he still saying I will? That's the question a lot of people are asking. And people beginning to say that his failure will not be by himself, but by the people that lack the charisma, lack the vision, lack the tenacity, lack the ability to actually do a simple thing, or even to cooperate with him in this fight. The people that has completely a different mantra, that people that have become part of the old system of laziness, incompetency, and inability to deliver change with a timeline. So now Soludo was so adamant that he was calling out the local council chairman, because the local council chairman of Onitsha South supposed to be the enforcer of this directive from the government. How can, after a governor spending billions to do the roads, Port Harcourt Road and many of those roads with sidewalks or pedestrian walks, and the people businessmen and women, road sellers, building material sellers, mama puts, those people selling on the streets, was displaying their wares on top of all these things. In some other areas, those people harvesting sand in the River Niger, clothing everywhere with sandals, the whole roads unkept, and the transport companies are using those sidewalks as a place to use to as motor parks, and this has forced the pedestrians, who maybe the governor was thinking that they don't need to be walking in the middle of the road, which has been a custom in the state, to walk on those pedestrian walk, to indicate them that now we are having a pedestrian walk being put to, to represent a departure from the archaic and primitive system over the years that have been encouraged by those visionless politicians who has been in the helm of affair in the state for a long time. So what happened is this: the local government chairman failed woefully to enforce anything, to even do anything, or even to hold the market leadership or the landlords or property owners are responsible, or to say to them, look at how much you are going to pay the government every month if this thing continued. So the governor was fuming, the Soludo was fuming on characteristics. He's a bold man. He called out the man immediately there and saying, look, it seems you are not doing your job. That's a complete wash down, or complete hammering, but people are saying, look, no matter how you disgracing them in the public, they might not be able to deliver what you are looking at. That what you are doing is something that's supposed to have a timeline for this. This thing should be 1 month. Within 1 month, this is what I want, written, signed, and given to the people that will deliver it. That he need to get the people that will deliver it. That it's been 2 years, he's been hammering on getting onitsha in order, but it seems that nothing is working on that front. In spite that he's spending money for the first time building those roads, but still nothing is working. And that's why, if you even look at that pedestrian walk on that Port Harcourt road, you can see how shambolically it was done. And because none of his aid was actually looking at that, nobody was checking what is going on there, the contractor was getting away with murder. The contractor basically did the road fantastically well, but the sidewalks was done completely in a shambolic way. Very, very unprofessional, and very dangerous for those that the men died for. So what are we talking about? What we are talking about is that Soludo has to get the people that can do the job, people that are passionate, because unless all these things he's planning will be blown away after this year, because next year there will be election shenanigans, and people will be saying that for this year he did the road, but the environment has remained like how it is. So what we are suggesting here now that will make Soludo to succeed is mainly the aids. The local government chairman of these important cities, the local government chairman of Onitsha South, Onitsha North, Obaru, Oyi, Nnewi North, Awka South, Awka North, and this urban regeneration council, he need to get somebody in charge in those areas, and those people will have a timeline of a marching order that within 6 months I want all those things cleared. I don't want any rubbish again. That's one of the things he need to do. The next one is he need to finally get people sweeping the roads the roads need to be swept. That's what people are saying. He need to employ road sweepers. He need to get people on those major streets, especially those ones he's doing. He need them to be cleaned every day. And also he need those market area to be cleaned every evening after market day and market hours and during the day. And the punitive action measure out to market leaders and markets that violate common hygiene practices. And finally, the people are suggesting that he needs to finally close those drainages, starting with those roads he's building at the moment, and make it a mandatory action, a mandatory thing for the drainages to be closed in the great city of Onitsha and the cities in the state. If you can see this road, the drainage are closed. And look at the pathway. Look at the pathway. This is 6 to 7 feet. 6 feet both sides. You can see the both sides. You have the pathway. So people walk through it, and there is drainage that run through this place. That's what people are suggesting. And you can see from here, you can look at what we are looking at. This is the drainage. You can see this thing. If there's any issue, you can see the water. I don't know if you can see the water. If there's any issue, they need to open this to check the drainage. So there is no rubbish getting into this. You see, all this rubbish from here would have entered into this drainage if it's an open drainage. And people are saying it is an expensive venture for him to continue this archaic and primitive open drainage in the great city of Onitsha and the cities in the state. So this is the time for us to change. So this is what they are saying, that Soludo will succeed if he does all these things. That his greatest weapon is environment, and the greatest weapon of economic emancipation of the homeland is our environment. That once he goes on the environmental policy, strict environmental policy, that what will happen is that the state will change for good, and the goodness of this state will be enhanced, and more investors will be ready to invest in the state. They said, a lot of people are saying that no visitor will come in a very dirty house. The same thing applies to serious investors coming in on unattractive area, that he should turn this ugly situation into something that will bring about total change and economic revitalization of the homeland. And the people know that he can do that, and people are supporting him. People are really glad because they think he's doing what other governors, especially the Sir Willie Obiano regime, failed to do in the past, building the roads in the city, and at the same time trying to do the road work, the sidewalks. So they want him to finally take the bull by the horn and finish what he has started. So I don't know you are concerned on this. I don't know what's your make on this, but from what we are discussing, you can see that people are responding to him, and people are checking on him now, and he shouldn't miss that opportunity to do what the people want him to do, because he's actually coming back to the good books of the people of the homeland. Remember, I am Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. Remember to subscribe to this channel. Remember to comment. As you are listening to this, please share this to many people. Share this to many people. Share this to many people. So I don't know what we are going to call this, but basically we're gonna say that this should be Soludo will succeed if it does all these things. Soludo will be a success with competent heads. Soludo will be a success with competent heads. I don't know what you make of this. I don't know if you what you think we'll call this video, but it's a general things based on what Soludo is doing, and he's what will make or mark Soludo administration. What will make or mar Soludo administration in Anambra State? What will make or mar Soludo government in Anambra State? Thank you very much for your help. I am Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for spending your precious time to watch us. Thank you for your support. Remember to subscribe. Remember to share. Remember to like, comment. Let's come in the comment section and continue this dialogue. Thank you and God bless you. See you in the next one. See you in the next video. Peace up. Bye.